Hibernians is too exclusive. We're Irish, yes, but we're Irish in Scotland. We need a name which recalls our roots, but also surely one which reflects where we live now. Michael Davitt talks of the Celts of Scotland and the Celts of Ireland, and their shared struggle against the landlords who threw us all off our land and brought us here together in Glasgow. I propose we call the club Celtic.
Celtic?
Celtic.
Ah, well, it certainly has a ring to it.
Davitt is a convict, a revolutionary and a socialist.
He is a good man and it's a good name.
Gentlemen, I propose we put this to the vote. All those in favour of the name Celtic say aye.
Aye.
Now, is that Celtic with a K or a C?
With a C.
Oh, Celtic. All those in favour of the name Celtic say aye.
Aye. Well, gentlemen, I think we have a majority. And I give you Celtic. Celtic.
While the faithful went about their labour of love, wasn't John Glass and a couple of the others out poaching? Poaching players. No fewer than half the Hibs team came over to join Celtic. James Kelly, the finest footballer in the country, was pinched from Renton. And later on, when they needed a back, didn't he drive out to Carfin? And Glass parked his car there at midnight and waited until he could persuade Jerry Reynolds to come back to Glasgow there and then. It took most of these clubs a long time to forgive Celtic for their thievery.
The kick off on the 8th of May, swing those picks, and sixpence is the price you'll pay. Lay those bricks, the poor kids' lunch will get the gate. Spread that sand, so roll on 1888. Raise that stand, work all night in the cold and dark. Build that dream, work all night on the Celtic Park. Build that team, Hibs and Cavaliers are on their way. Can't be late, they'll be here on the 8th of May. Make that day, China's only got a wall. Celtic Park's got gates and goal. Susan come and left his mark. It's not as great as Celtic Park.
There are some in this parish firmly believe that when the Pope gets elected, he gets the keys of St. Peter, the secrets of Fatima, and the Celtic fixtures list. Only 4 years in existence, and already we've won the treble. The Glasgow Cup, the Glasgow Charities Cup, and the Scottish Cup. It was incredible. Politics, religion, and sport, they've a lot to answer for in this man's town. But it wasn't always that way.
Your hot Bavro now! Get your hot pies!
Ah, Jimmy Kelly's got a ball.
Oh, he's slow the day, eh? Aye, is.
The first game Celtic played was on the 28th of May, 1888, and the opposition was Rangers. And wait till you hear the results. And Celtic won the friendly 5-2. Friendly, I hope you'll notice. Because when the game was over, the players and officials from both sides had adjourned to St. Mary's Hall for supper and a concert. And there was toasting and singing and a speech from John McLaughlin, who doubled at that time as a committee man at Celtic and the organist at the Rangers Glee Club. But you know, when we weren't arguing with the opposition in those days, we had plenty to argue about amongst ourselves.
Times New Citizen, football innovation, SFA to experiment with goal nets in the New Year's Day game 1892 at Parkhead.
Ah, it'll ruin the game.
I know. The players will get caught up in them like herrings in a trawl.
Put the strikers off, they'll not be able to keep their eye on the ball.
And the goalies will be looking over their shoulders all the time.
No. How can you tell it's a goal if you haven't got a net, eh? I mean, how many times have we seen good Celtic goals chalked off because the referees are you-know-what?
No, a what?
You know.
No, I don't know. Oh, no.
nets will be a good thing for Celtic.
Times News Citizen. Football results. First goal net game played at Parkhead.
Come on, Celtics.
Dumbarton 8, Celtic 0.
How can you tell it's a goal if you haven't got a net? Eh?
It'll be a good thing for Celtic, Pullet.
You big steamer.
Times News Citizen. Parkhead rent shocker.
Our landlord has just announced he intends raising our ground rental from £50 to £450 per annum. Now, we are an Irish club, so it is but natural that we should have a greedy landlord. But our one is working hard to take a high place among the rack renters in Ireland. There's only one thing for it, boys.
What's that?
We'll have to build a new ground.
The year is 1897. The venue, St. Mary's Hall, and the special occasion, a meeting of the Celtic Football Club. I would dearly love to have been there, but the church gave me a free transfer to London in 1892. So what I want to know is what's happened to the club's donations to charity.
Gentlemen, in the 9 years of its existence, Celtic Football and Athletic Club has gone from strength to strength.
How are the boyos doing this year?
Although this year we have won no honours, the club's progress has been remarkable.
What about the donations to charity?
We've won the Scottish League 3 times, and our trophy room boasts no fewer than 10 cups. Last season, we consolidated our record as a team that scores goals. Mr. William Maley.
Thank you very much, thank you. Yes, last year was a great year. And then this year, we have beaten Rangers 6-2. Third Lanark 7-0. And Dundee 11-0. Now, this last result is indeed a league record, and I'm in no doubt it'll be a long time before it's beaten.
It never has been, but what about the donations to charity?
And that, at the end of the day, is what football is all about. Scoring goals.
Of course.
Mary and Joseph, would somebody ask about the donations to charity?
Can I just ask the committee?
Yes.
What's been happening to club's donations to charity?
Thank you.
Mr. McLaughlin.
That's a very good question.
Yeah, I thought so too.
The fact is that the change to full professionalism for the team and the cost of building and improving our new ground has cost this club dear. It is my contention that until this club is put on a sound financial footing, it is likely to remain in debt, never mind give money to charity.
I wonder, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, in all this talk of finance and expenditure, I wonder if Mr. McLaughlin has any interest in the real business of this club, which is the game of football.
Mr. Shaughnessy.
Mr. Chairman, I object to this scurrilous attack on Mr. McLaughlin. Mr. McLaughlin, whatever his knowledge or lack of it of football, has the club's best interests at heart. Yes. Now, the only way to ensure this club's continued existence is to run its affairs in a sensible way.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Is that not a wee bit ironic coming from Mr. Shaughnessy? Was it not Mr. Shaughnessy that advocated the erection of the first floodlights some years ago? A floodlights that were an unqualified disaster, and they had to be abandoned a few weeks later when St. Bernard complained that the ball kept hitting the bloody lights.
The ball hit the rigging twice during the match.
Excuse me, don't talk to me about St. Bernard's. We beat them 8-1 in a cup tie. They were just trying to get a replay.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
If you don't mind.
Mr. McLaughlin.
It is my proposal that Celtic Football Club becomes a limited liability company.
Order, please. Order. Mr. Arthur Murphy.
Thank you. May I remind the members and the committee that this proposal has been put before us many times before in the last 3 years, and each time it's been kicked off the park. Celtic Football Club is a charitable institution and must remain so.
Well said, the same Arthur Murphy.
There are still some members on this committee who retain the spirit that founded this club and who view the swing towards big business as a sinister development.
Mr. Chairman, may I just reiterate that this club is in real